So, yesterday, which was Sunday, 14th September 2025. So, I had a function to attend in the evening. Not necessarily in the evening, around 3 p.m. You call it afternoon, towards evening time. So, so by the time I left, I was a little bit late, but it wasn't that late. So it was this my car, the Z9 V6 manual. So I actually didn't. I parked the car for probably over 4 weeks, if I don't know, around that time. So I was like, okay, the tires were already kind of deflected, so I was okay, let me inflate them, put air. So I drove to a vulcanizer. Remember, yesterday was Sunday. So as he was now checking the pressure and putting air, I already knew, even without using my using my gauge to check, I knew the tires were a little bit low. I could tell. So as he was checking and put all those things, one of the tires, now the valve broke. I was like, damn, I'm already late. And now this, because what that means is, and the funny thing, it wasn't like normal valve, it was all those, what's it called? Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, look at it. So those the others tires, because the car has this tire monitoring system, tire pressure monitoring system. So this is the sensor on the rim. So so what broke was this part. You can see it here. I don't know what the guy was doing. He just damaged it. So shit happens, right? So it's okay. That's happened, it has happened. So we have to remove the tire, because that's the only way to have it changed. It's not even a matter of spare tire. I will have to fix it. So we have to jack the car, remove the tire, and to change this thing, you have to remove everything, push the tire. Man, the another case now was the way, what's it called, valve. I'm trying to remember valve. Okay, which one do we now put? Because remember, this was Sunday, no market is open. So the vulcanizer said, oh, I don't even have any valve. Wow. I was like, man, it's getting better. So I don't remember, oh, usually I have spare valve, which could take years. Sometimes I won't even remember. So we started checking around the car. Eventually I found one of the valves I put. I usually buy like 2 valves, or those, not this type of electronic valves. So I usually buy those normal universal valves, so keep in my car, so that if I ever need it in future or in emergency, I'll use it. So eventually I found 2 new ones, and since probably they've stayed there for like 2-3 years. Sometimes after many years they will fail. What I mean fail is they become so bad I have to throw them away, because they are rubber, so they will start degrading. So these ones were still okay. So I gave him one, he put it, inflated the tires. This kind of thing. I was like, hey, normally this is what I do. Once I take my car to a vulcanizer, I do all those things. I will always check the pressure with my own pressure tester or gauge. So I did one. I remember this one on the right side, the front of the vehicle, the right side, which we call in Nigeria passenger side. So I checked it. It was about 40 something or so. Yeah, about 40 something. So I was like, no. So I reduced it. But then over almost more than 1 hour has passed. You know what it takes to jack the car, remove the tire, do all those things, change the valve, put it back in. Almost more than 30 minutes, if not, or more than an hour has passed. So I was almost late. In fact, the function I was attending, the person I was going that thing for, if it didn't matter whatever excuse I have, if I do not come to that program or function, it's a very big disrespectful to the person. So I just have to be there. So I checked the first one for, since I reduced it to the PSI I normally leave on my tires. So I was like, you know what, let me just drive off. If it's just 46, maybe the other ones won't be that bad, as in it won't really cause damage until I have time to now check. Of course, I had to drive like 30 to 50 kilometers on the expressway or less. Before I even hit 30 kilometers per hour, it has started behaving like go, 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 go. As in the whole front end, the whole car, not just the front end, but the front end. What even made the front end worse was pulling to that side, that passenger side. The steering even when it was as if the tire has already gone flat. If I started blaming myself, if I know I would have left this thing, maybe because I was in a hurry, when I used my tire pressure gauge to check, maybe I didn't do it well, so the valve now stays stuck inside, that's inward, so it started leaking air. That was my intention. So it was as if the tire was almost flying. It was just do go, 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 the whole steering, the more I tried to gain speed, you know, this kind of thing, I was almost more than an hour late. The more I try to guess, the more it gets worse. I'm talking of anything from 80 kilometers per hour and above, or probably even less. It was just the entire steering, the entire vehicle. I was like, man, is it only tire? Because I thought it was tire, to be honest. The other thing I did, I reduced speed. I was like, you know, I just have to. By the time I got here, I came and checked. The tire didn't go down. I was like, what the hell? But I went on. The function finished eventually. As we were about to leave, the breeze, if you're in Abuja, you know it rained heavily inside. I don't know whether it's whole Abuja. So there was no time where I was about to, if I almost started. So I didn't have time again to check the remaining tires, you know. And I drove it back. Before I even left, like 2-3 minutes into the drive, rain started falling. So the whole of the night, the whole of the journey, we had to reduce speed. It was this morning, today, Monday, 15th of September 2025. I said, okay, let me even check what's going on. Let me check the rest of the tire. Guess what I was getting? 65, 56. It was only that tire. That first one I checked yesterday, that was even less than 50. Every other one like 65, 70, 52. I was like, no wonder. The only one that got the right pressure was pulling to that side. Then the rest that were overinflated were vibrating like hell. And you know, tubular sometimes, in fact, tubular, once you start driving or hot, and tires start getting hot, the pressure will increase. If you leave them like 40 psi, 35 psi, they will, by the time you check them, after driving for an hour or 2 hours on the expressway, we check. What you might get might be, instead of 40, you might get 60 or 50 or 55 or 45. That's been my experience. I don't know about every other person, but I know once I drive on the expressway for hours or hot speed, don't bother to check your tire pressure at that time, because you give you wrong. It's going to give you wrong with this. The tire pressure will increase. Then after about an hour or the next day, check it, you'll see it will give you the normal pressure. So that's why I didn't bother when I got back home, even though it was still raining, but I didn't even bother to check, because I knew whether I was hot or not. Let me leave it till this morning, and I checked. Why I'm telling you this, of course, I reduced it. Guess what? As I reduced it on my way to work, no vibration, no pulling to one side or the car tilting or pulling to one side. All the vibrations gone. Reason why I'm telling you is people take these things for granted. You know, I almost blew up my old tires. I'll probably cause serious accidents on my car or myself. I mean, who knows what could have happened. But if I had not reduced speed. The call that I mentioned, as a video I did, where I talked about somebody I know, a mechanic I work with, that was traveling in someone's vehicle with the same owner of the car. Both of them were inside the car. And on the brand new tires, the person purchased like a week or a few days before the journey. I can't remember the exact duration. But the owner purchased that tire by himself. I think they've done about 2 hours or so into the journey. One of the brand new tires blew up. Boom, the car somersaulted. That's what I call it. But not, the right one is not somersault, it just spinned. Not necessarily spin, it just rolled over. Putum, putum, putum. I don't know how many times he did. Brand new tire. I called one of my tire contacts, trusted one, and he said, maybe I mentioned the brand. I didn't even tell him what led to me asking him the question. I was like, why do you see this brand of tire, the quality? It was like, no, it's just one of these new products that came in. The product is not that good compared to like Winda. I'm talking about Chinese tires, so I'm not even going to Michelin and the rest. So, compared to Winda or Stone, no, they're not the same pair. Then when I told him, the reason why I'm asking is somebody bought it and on his way to in a journey, the tire, one of the tire blew and got an accident. So it was it was a surprise. Just that people don't know. People like cheap new tires, even when the sellers point to them, oh, this one is better, this one is cheaper because it's lower quality. People will go for that lower quality. So I actually assumed that it could be tire that caused it because of low tire, but most later I started saying, even if it's because of low quality, what if the tires or all of them or that one that blew was overinflated? Because it could burst, especially on high speed for about an hour or two. You now hit one kind of or even if you didn't hit a pothole or so, it could burst. So let that be a warning. Get something like this. Stop taking things for granted. I remember one of my videos or posts where I was encouraging people to get tire pressure gauge. Somebody in that on that post or article or video made one foolish comment, or in fact very stupid, more than foolishness, saying, or both, saying, so now I have to go and buy tire pressure gauge and start measuring tire because I am driving car. Why are you suffering yourself? They are not telling me to go and buy tire pressure gauge and become vulcanizer suddenly. You can see stupid mentality. This is about your life. So you must give your life to, or put your life on somebody's hand instead of you to get something that. What if you didn't even have accident, but on your way, because you didn't check the pressure, the tire blew, you were able to manage to stop the car, and then where it happened is a very terrible place. Even if you have a spare tire, to even jack the tire there or something could bring a lot of deadly things to you at that spot. So you're supposed to be wise. Get something like this. Whether it's the analog type, whether it's that mechanical type, whether it's electronic or whatever, get that pressure gauge. Every once in a while, check it. Especially once you go to a vulcanizer, check it. It's for your own good. I don't care what they use. I don't care what vulcanizers use for their own distance. I don't care whether they do it right or not. I don't care. All I want is I won't be a victim to their mistakes. That's the difference between me and most men. I will not be a victim, because what's the point playing because their gauges are not good. That's why they always overinflate tires. Keep playing that victim card, and then see who loses his life over taking some responsibilities. How much does this cost? This one, I bought it, was it last year or 2 years ago or something, from Jumia. It's very even cheap. I'm not sure it got it over 5,000 or whatever it was less than 10,000. This is like the second time using this. The first one I bought was like 1.5 or so many years ago, like 2013 or so. Well, a few years ago anyway. Then later that one failed out of my own carelessness. I was keeping it inside the vehicle under the glove box, forgetting that over here in the north, sun, the sun deals with our car. It gets much shorter, especially during the dry season. So inside the vehicle usually gets hotter than the boot. So leaving it there eventually damaged it because of the heat. So ever since I got this one, I started putting inside the boot. And since then, no issue. So as it's electronics, that's the best way of handling every electronics you want to keep in your car. Don't leave it inside the vehicle. So go and get something like this. Whether it's even that, whatever type you need. Some are even 2,000, some 1,000, some. But me, I prefer this electronic one because it's more accurate. And this one is even better. I don't know if you guys can see it. It has light bulb, so at night you can use it. There are some electronic ones that you won't be able to use at night. You have to get a torchlight to see what the figures that are popping up. Like this one, let's see. You can see. So whatever it shows, you see it at night. So you don't need any distance. Let's assume your tire going down or early in the morning or whatever. Don't need on your phone to see this. You know, that's why I prefer this model. It's not the test of quality or design. The quality is not really, doesn't look that good. But it's working for me. It has PSI, bar, and the rest. So it's, I don't know, man. I'm just saying this so that you people will take. This is my own experience just yesterday and this morning. You could see the difference. Imagine someone who doesn't have this. He just rely on whatever his vulcanizer or whatever vulcanizer did work on his tire. Tells him, oh, it's not okay. You just assume, and then you might lose your life or your family life inside the car because you are too stingy to go and do this. Because you are feeling too big, man. You are feeling too big. I know, I'll now start checking tires. Am I a vulcanizer? Because of this, you will lose your life. Because they do big man, they do big boy. Because of this, because of something that will cost you little or take you little time. Even me, I made my own mistake because it damned to that function. What was more important was for me to protect my life or keep this car in good condition so it doesn't get accident or tire blew on the wall or something. So I also learned, I'm telling you my own mistakes so I learned from it. I shouldn't have used because I was going late and I needed to be there. And then cause this kind of damage to myself. So whenever you take your time, check it. So many accidents happen. People may not know it was because of overinflation in your tires or underinflation. Though the underinflation, at least it won't cause explosion. Your tire will not blow. Because I might strand you somewhere you don't expect. Because virtually when it goes flat, it's pointless. You have to park the car and start figuring out. Unless you are ready to damage the car and keep driving in that with the tires flat. So anyway, I know this video is even longer than I wanted, but let that keep hitting people in the head. Go, so you don't need to buy order from outside Nigeria. It's in Nigeria. There are some shops in Nigeria that sell this. You can get it from Jumia, Konga, whatever, or AliExpress. These things are available, very cheap. Keep doing your big man. Keep doing this thing until something will happen. Then it might be too late for you to come back and tell your story. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.